The sky turned a sickly green, an unnatural hue that sent shivers down my spine. The air grew heavy, thick with moisture, as if the very atmosphere was holding its breath. A low rumble, like a freight train, echoed across the plains, growing louder with each passing second. This was no ordinary storm. The clouds churned with a menacing intensity, dark and foreboding. This was Mother Nature's fury unleashed, a massive tornado touching down with a violent force. I was driving back from a solo camping trip, the solitude of the open road now feeling ominous. My trusty Jeep rumbled beneath me, a familiar comfort in the growing darkness, but even it seemed small against the approaching storm. The wind picked up, whipping my hair across my face, stinging my skin with its ferocity. The radio crackled to life, a frantic voice breaking through the static, warning of a tornado heading my way. I had to find shelter, and fast. The urgency in the broadcaster's voice mirrored my own rising panic as I scanned the horizon for a safe haven. The wind howled, a relentless force of nature that seemed to have a life of its own. It was a deafening roar that drowned out every other sound, making it impossible to think clearly. The rain came down in sheets, lashing against the Jeep with a ferocity that blurred my vision. Each drop felt like a tiny hammer, pounding against the windshield, making it nearly impossible to see. Through the haze, I spotted a small, abandoned gas station up ahead. It wasn't much, just a dilapidated structure, but it was my only hope for shelter. I slammed on the brakes, the tires skidding on the wet road, and threw open the Jeep door. The wind was a physical force now, pushing against me with all its might, trying to rip me back into the storm. I scrambled towards the gas station, each step a battle against the elements, my heart pounding in my chest like a drum. The air crackled with electricity, a tingling sensation on my skin, signaling the storm's fury. And then, as if the heavens themselves had opened up, the world exploded in a blinding flash of light and sound. The tornado hit with the force of 1,000 suns. I was lifted, thrown like a rag doll. The world spun, a dizzying, terrifying kaleidoscope of debris and wind. I remember the deafening roar, the feeling of weightlessness, the metallic tang of blood in my mouth. Then a flash of red. My emergency survival kit, ripped from the Jeep, tumbled past me. In that moment, amidst the chaos, I knew I had a chance. Section 4. Clinging to hope. My hand shot out, grasping for the kit. My fingers closed around the nylon strap, a lifeline in the storm. I tucked my body into a ball, using the kit as a shield against the flying debris. The wind screamed in my ears, a symphony of destruction, but I held on, clinging to hope with every fiber of my being. Section 5. Forever changed. I don't know how long I was caught in the tornado's grip. The wind roared like a freight train and debris flew around me like shrapnel. I felt completely powerless, at the mercy of nature's fury. Time seemed to stand still, then race forward in a dizzying blur. Seconds felt like hours, and minutes like an eternity. The sky was a chaotic swirl of dark clouds, and the air was thick with tension. When the wind finally died down, I was left battered, bruised, but alive. My body ached, and my mind was in a state of shock. I looked around, trying to make sense of the destruction that surrounded me. The world was a scene of utter devastation. Trees were uprooted, buildings reduced to rubble, and the landscape was unrecognizable. It was as if a giant hand had swept across the land, leaving nothing but chaos in its wake. My Jeep was gone, tossed aside like a child's toy, but I was alive. The vehicle that had once been my lifeline was now a twisted heap of metal. Yet in that moment, I felt a strange sense of gratitude. That day, I learned the true meaning of resilience. It wasn't just about surviving the storm, but about finding the strength to rise from the wreckage. It was about facing the aftermath with courage and determination. The human spirit, I realized, is capable of withstanding unimaginable forces. We are stronger than we think, and more resilient than we know. In the face of adversity, we find a way to endure, to rebuild, and to move forward. The experience changed me, etching a deep respect for the power of nature into my soul. I came to understand that we are but small players in a vast, unpredictable world. Nature's power is both awe-inspiring and humbling. I carry the memory of that day with me, a reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of never giving up hope. It's a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the enduring power of hope, even in the darkest of times.